happening around town. Members of the cast are with us to preview the Fort Findlay Playhouse production of Steel Magnolias. Daphne Bauer and Denise Anders are joining us this morning from the Fort Findlay Playhouse. Steel Magnolias. This would be a great Valentine's Day date night show. As a matter of fact, you open next weekend, right?
We do, yes. We open next Thursday.
So for those who are unfamiliar, and I think most people know the story, have probably seen the movie a number of times, but for the benefit of those who may not be familiar with the story of Steel Magnolias, this is a tearjerker. Kind of run through it here for us.
Well, first, we'd like to say it was a stage play before it was a movie.
Right.
It is set in Truvy's beauty shop. The entire show is in the beauty shop. And it is about 6 women who go through all of life's occurrences. There's a wedding, there's a funeral. We discuss everything that can it discussed at a beauty shop. And
which is just about everything.
Just about everything. Yeah. But it really is about the love and support that women have for each other. Strong, independent women. Yes.
And what's interesting in this is the dynamic that all of these women are in different points in their lives. They all have different perspectives. It really is, again, it's kind of a microcosm of what you would find, with a bunch of women gathered at the beauty salon or wherever it might happen to be. I think the relatable aspect of it is really what makes this such a classic.
I would agree. I think it showcases the power of female friendships, and so Daphne and I, live these friendships with our friends, right? And we may not have them from the beauty shop, but we understand these relationships and the relationships that these people have, not just with their friends, but also with their daughters. And so it's very true to life. Absolutely. For me, at least. Yeah.
And no matter what age you are, you're still going through the same things, like not necessarily like somebody's getting married in the show and someone's dealing with death in the show, but it's still you're still going through trials and tribulations, and it's always helpful to have those girls behind you.
Yeah,
together.
Very, very relatable. Interesting you mention that in the stage play, and again, because many folks have seen the movie, it's a little bit different in terms of the setting, that the play, it takes place entirely within the beauty shop.
Correct.
So it's a little bit different.
Sorry, in the movie, there's several characters. On the stage play, there's 6.
So it is a very small cast. And yes, how do you approach that with such a small cast? And again, we've talked about this before, especially when you put on a show that people are familiar with the underlying story. How does that present a challenge, or how is that different in putting together the play, being true to what people expect? But again, there are a number of differences here.
It's been interesting. Our director has been great about that. He often says, how do you feel? How does this character, what would this character be thinking? And he does not refer to the movie. He refers to us and the stage play and how we need to make it. So people will see things that they remember from the movie or if they've seen play before, but this is a different production telling the same story because everybody has their own way to characterize their character.
Absolutely.
And our director has been, very, open to us learning our characters and becoming who we need to be for the show.
So
he actually requested us, if we had not seen the movie, to not watch it so that we make the characters our own.
Yeah. So this is just the latest show in the season for the Fort Findlay Playhouse. And I want to talk a little bit about the Playhouse itself, because earlier this week we were talking with the folks at the Marathon Center for the Performing Arts about all of the great stuff that they've got going on. And this obviously is a very different animal. Community theater is very different. Talk about the importance, what you see as the importance of community theater and its place in kind of the arts community locally.
This is Denise. I'll start. I think it gives, first of all, it gives performers an outlet and people who want to work in theaters, whether it's performers or producers or backstage people. So I think there's always a place for that. But I think, too, not just for the audience, for the people doing the show, that's a way to make friendships, build relationships that you don't get necessarily in an office or at a radio station.
And we have talked about in the past what a terrific community of players and behind the scenes people there are at the Fort Findlay Playhouse. And if you're always encouraging more people to get involved.
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm always amazed when we go to auditions how talented Findlay is and the surrounding communities that come out to the Fort Findlay Playhouse. Like, it just amazes me how talented people are.
And it's interesting you should say that too, Chris, because there's our producer, George Rustemeyer, standing right here, and he made sure that he pointed out to us that for people who are interested in that very thing, there are auditions coming up for the next Fort Findlay Playhouse show. It's a musical called Disaster. Look it up. It's a hoot. And those auditions are February 16th and 17th. So anyone hearing this might, go, oh, I'd like to go try and be at Fort Findlay Playhouse. So
we'll look forward to that because with a name like Disaster, you wouldn't expect a comedy. So that should be lots of fun. And for folks, and like we said, for folks who may not necessarily be comfortable on stage performing, that doesn't mean that there's not a role for you as well.
Oh, yes. There's all kinds of backstage people. Generally more people backstage working a lot of times than on stage. You have, there's set changing and
And we need people who can costume us because you want us in clothes on stage, right? So someone who has a vision or knows how with costumes or knows how to run a needle and thread. There's people who do hair, particularly for this show.
Yes.
Hair is very important.
Very important.
People who run lights and sound, and about sound, Chris. That's very important.
Yeah.
And set build.
So give us all of the details on Steel Magnolias. You open next weekend, right?
Yes, we open on Thursday, February 12th, and we run February 12th through 15 and February 20th through 22nd. And the Thursday, Friday, Saturday performances are at 8 p.m. and the Sunday performances are at 3.
And if folks want tickets, how do they get those?
They can go to fortfindlayplayhouse.org to get tickets. There are no additional charges to buy tickets, no fees and that sort of thing. But please note, there aren't very many tickets left. I think the ticket price is $20. But if you go to a night and you can't get a seat for the night you're interested in going, get on the waiting list. There are almost always changes. So don't be discouraged. Put on the waiting list, and I bet we'll see you at Steel Magnolias.
Very good. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say you could always come to the door that evening as well, and wait in line because it always seems like there's somebody that can't show up or, things happen. Life happens. It's winter, weather happens. So
that's true.
If you can get there and feel like waiting in line, more than likely, we could possibly get you in and get you a seat.
Very good. Great place to see your show, the Fort Findlay Playhouse. We have a link on our webpage for more information about Steel Magnolias. You can get tickets there. And once again, Daphne Bauer and Denise Anders from the cast of Steel Magnolias at the Fort Findlay Playhouse with us this morning. Ladies, thanks very much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you for having us.
Have a good day.
And that will finish up our podcast for today. I want to thank all of our guests for joining us on the program this morning. Remember, you can get more information about all of the topics that we talk about each and every day on the show at our webpage, and that is goodmornings.net.